Now, Mr. Beast, I don't know if you know him, if you're on YouTube, you probably know him. He's got millions of followers. But his first viral video was himself counting from 1 to 100,000. So there are two questions that could come out of this. The first one is, what are we willing to do to become famous? I mean, it was not only because of this, but that was the trigger, that was the starting point for him. So if you told anyone now, okay, if you count from 1 to 100,000, then you will become rich and famous. And I'm sure a lot of us would do it. But to his credit, he didn't know, so he was trying things. So good for him, kudos for him. But the other question that we need to ask ourselves is, why are we watching a guy that counts from 1 to 100,000? We could learn about the universe on YouTube. We could learn a new skill. We could learn how to get a job on YouTube. But no, we want to watch this guy counting from 1 to 100,000. That seems very exciting. It's close to us. It's something we can relate to. It's very easy to watch. And really the curiosity triggering, again, happening in social media. So are we doing this because we are bored? I don't think so. The paradox is that we have plenty to do. It's not that we are bored and we want to fill a gap. We have plenty to do, but yet we choose to watch something that is because it's easy and we can relate to, and that seems very unusual. That's not new, by the way, because when there was a television, some people used to spend all day in front of television. That used to be the big, the big shame. But now the challenge that we have, it's even more accessible, and there is much more happening, much more news, much more variety, much more things that would trigger our curiosity. So the skill for me to be able to select what we watch, what we do, is really becomes so critical these days. In one day of our life, now, we have more distractions and more news than people used to have in our lifetime. So obviously, when something exciting happened in their life, then everybody would need to know about it. It might be something a bit crazy, a bit look at this animal did this, and everybody wanted to see it. And but for us, we can see 10,000 of those things in one day. There's everywhere. And there are people demanding our attention and the like. So being able to tell yourself, yes, that seems unusual. Yes, that is crazy. Yes, I've never seen that before. Being able to hear about this and say, no, I know this seems crazy and unusual, but I'm not going to watch it. Someone told me recently, look, there's this guy made a bed out of tiramisu. And that brought so many questions. And I had a look at it, but I should have told myself, do I really need to see this? Is that really the best use of my time now? I'm not saying that we should never be entertained, but that's also it's something that we need to choose. Which type of entertainment do we want? Do we want to be maybe a bit more active and less passive in our entertainment? So obviously we know what we need to do. We need to be able to curate our feed. We need to be able to say, yes, this seems interesting, but I really don't want to watch it.